Welcome, Rubia Lacerda. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Tammy.
You're very welcome. So, we are introducing Rubia today because Rubia has actually been helping the WEFest organization, creation, vision, all of the pieces that we're putting together. So, first of all, thank you so much for all your help and input. I really, really appreciated it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. It's so exciting to be part of the organization as well.
It is, isn't it? It's to be a part of such a big event with all of the ideas that we're all putting together to actually create free events and a festival. It's interesting how it's evolved quite rapidly. Would you would you agree?
Yes, yeah, it's come so quickly. I can't believe that the first event it's in already 2 weeks. So that's amazing.
Isn't it? I know it's not
Mm.
stressful at all. No, it's been amazing. So first of all, I just wanted to let everyone know that Rubia has been on the committee. She's also going to be actually hosting a workshop. She'll be facilitating on the day, on the stage, and we just wanted to have a bit of a taste of what Rubia was all about. So we're going to have a chat today and find out a little bit more. So first of all, I'd love to know what drew you into the WeFest concept to start with.
I heard about the WeFest concept when I was in Brazil. I was working there as a holistic counselor and energy healer. It was around December, January, and I had a chat to you. We met through Facebook, obviously, because we have a lot of things in common and working in the same field. And you mentioned about the event. I said, I'm in. So I was just like, it just felt amazing, the energy of what you wanted to create, the concept of it, helping others. And this is what I'm really passionate about. And I could really feel how passionate you were about creating this event as well. So I didn't even question once. I just wanted to be part of it. And we have come a very, very long way since, we first spoke about the event to now. It's just amazing.
Well, that's good. I didn't know that was all the way back then. I forgot our original conversation.
I know.
I love it. So, at what point did you want to actually facilitate at the event? What drew you in to say, actually, I want to be there and serve my community as well?
So when I was in Brazil last year in November, I actually I had so many people contacting me from Brazil, from my hometown, messaging me, commenting on my videos. I want to know more. I want to know more, because I was always talking about holistic health and energy healing, body, mind, and soul health. So I decided to actually do an event. And I did my own event. I had about 100 people. And I spoke about health of body, mind, and soul working together. And it was amazing. I loved it so much. It was just incredible. I love public speaking, and I just loved the whole organizing the event. It was easy because it was a small event, but and just everybody loved it. They said it added so much to their knowledge, so many things that people didn't know, so many simple things, and I helped so many people. And from that, I also gained um, a big following and a lot of clients, and it was an exchange. For me, it was amazing because I had amazing experience helping people, but it was also amazing for them because they said, Ruby, that stuff that you teach is so simple. And they were able to I'm still in touch with a lot of my clients that are over there. We do online sessions, and they're just like, wow, that's incredible how much they were able to change their lives in such a short period of time. And just this is just from doing one single event, the amazing things that came out of it.
Amazing. And
Mm.
that I love that you've touched on, because this is one of my personal aims for attendees, for the facilitators. I really want women to see what we are capable of. It's not about proving ourselves. It's not about doing everything on our own. It's actually about other women to say, if you have an idea, it can actually come to life. And if it's a big idea, it doesn't need to scare the pants off you. If you have a community, if you have a support network, this can happen. And this is exactly what's happened with this event. We've only got a small team of committee, and people are coming in and out. And exactly like you've said, you've put together 100 people. That is huge. You said it's only a small event, but anyone watching, People are struggling to get 5 people at an event these days, 20 people. You know, the events can be saturated. Health, well-being is a saturated market these days. You know, how do we actually stand out? But that point that you've made, I think, is beautiful, because no matter where we're at in our journey, for us to want to run an event, to actually then serve our community, a lot of women are wanting to have that one-on-one connection. This is why, another reason why we're doing WeFest. I want women to see what we can create, an actual massive event, a massive festival, and a way for us all to get together, support each other, learn more other tools and techniques from one another, and just actually create a community. But look how we can do it with almost ease, you know, because we're doing it with one another. So I really love that you made that point, because it's not a big production. None of us really have any idea what we're doing. We've just got passion. We've got intuition guiding us. You know, we're being guided by WeFest, essentially. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally, totally. And that's totally what happened when I did the event in Brazil. Was just people were asking, and I was just really passionate about, and I just took one step at a time, and then it just happened. So I feel like the same energy with WeFest. It's just this beautiful, incredible energy of like-minded people, which for me, that's another thing that I haven't mentioned. I've met so many amazing, amazing women like you, Summer, Mel, Chilean, and I apologize for the ones that I forgot to mention, but so many beautiful ladies, genuine, and we just get along so well, and we are there for the same purpose, and we are going through life with our own things happening, and just helping each other out and doing this event. It's just been an incredible, incredible experience. As you know, I'm only new to the Gold Coast. I've been living here. Well, I moved in November, but then I went to Brazil, spent 3 months there, came back in February. And the community that I've been able to be part of now in such a short period of time is just like, it's priceless. I'm so, so grateful. And WeFest, it's one of the biggest reasons why I've been in contact with such an amazing community.
How beautiful. I love that so much. And there is so many gifts, really, from the moment that this was an idea, to getting together, to having a big group on Facebook, wanting to be a part of it, to having our first meetup and throwing out 1,000 ideas, to actually having action, for us to all be guided by each other, supported by one another, have all the expertise that's all, you know, coming together to really drive this so it happens. We all could just get scared and not do it. We could get overwhelmed and stop, but there's a bigger energy at part here. You know, I've found that I've had to get out of my own way to allow this to really be what it needed to be. It's made me grow and step up and really lead, I guess, as the vision as well. So the amount of women that we've come into contact with to get to know on a deep, genuine basis, how beautiful is that? And this is what we really want. We want the Gold Coast community to be a big community. This is for women at this point, but it'll end up expanding to what I feel like is joining all of the hubs. You know, there are so many little communities happening on the Gold Coast, and there's north, central, south. We are so spread out. But to me, WeFest will actually be something that will just start to bridge all of the gaps and bring everyone together. And that's the sense we've got already. And these are still very early days. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so excited to see. I'm so excited for the day of the event, and just to see what unfolds, because like we said, the energy is just amazing.
It is. And exactly, that first event is going to be beautiful. So let's talk about that. So the first event is all about the health journey. It is on the 16th of June at the Southport Community Centre, and you will be facilitating a workshop. So you'll be up on stage for 30 minutes. And what are you going to be offering? As a little taste test, we're not going to give away too much just yet. What will you be offering the audience and attendees?
Yeah, so Tammy, I'll be talking about anxiety, and it's going to be an experience day. So for people that will be coming, when they come, they will have an experience of, I will be giving them a tool that we will practice together to better anxiety instantly. And it's something that people will not only practice there on the day together, but people will be able to take that home with them and practice at any time that they have an anxiety burst, or that they feel anxious, or that, you know, they're in a situation that they feel that is difficult. And I'll be talking a little bit about other stuff that they can do on a day-to-day as well. So it's going to be really informative, but also something that we can do together rather than people going there and just being talked at. It's definitely going to be an experience to be remembered.
Beautiful, beautiful. And at this point, we all experience anxiety in whatever way, shape, form, small, large, every day, once a month. Anxiety tends to be very common right now. So I would love to hear, because there will be a lot of women that might be feeling anxious, but they might not also know what that is. There can be a full body experience when that anxiety really sort of comes through that physical body, even our mind. So I'd love to know, what kind of symptoms, or what would you say you experienced yourself personally, that you call anxiety, that can actually reach some of the ladies so they know they can come to get relief from that from you?
So Tammy, this is one of the reasons why I do what I do. Anxiety is one of the reasons why I became a holistic counselor and an energy healer. So I was a very, very anxious teenager, and that came throughout, my early and mid 20s. And I used to actually just go out party and drink alcohol. And then once I stopped partying and drink alcohol, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to deal with this anxiety on my own now. What do I do? So when I was studying counseling and just studying, I learned so much about how I could not only help others, but help myself. And I learned that a lot of my anxiety was just because an avoidance of things that I was passionate about. So like doing this type of work, I avoided for so many years because I didn't have the self-esteem. I didn't believe in myself that I could do something that I loved. I just was trying to follow society rules. But also I would get anxious in situations and places and with people that didn't serve me, that weren't serving me in a positive way any longer. So I'd be in a relationship and I'll get really, really anxious. And then I would find out that person, later on, I would find out that person was cheating on me. So a lot of the times it was like my gut feeling telling me, it was like a nudge. It was nudging my body, my mind, and my soul to, okay, something in your life is no longer serving you. How can we change? So I wouldn't just go, and I've never taken the medication path because I just never liked medication. It affects me a lot, like the side effects, everything. So I always tried to find ways on how to better my anxiety. And I did. I found a lot of tools, but the biggest tool is to actually listen to it and say, okay, why am I? Is it something in the past that happened to me? Is it a trauma that I haven't dealt with? Or is it a situation in my life that's happening right now? Is it a relationship that no longer serves me? Is it a job that no longer serves me? What can I change? Or limiting beliefs is the biggest one. And a big one as well would be, I would avoid going to places because I thought nobody would like me, or that people would have a go at me, swear at me, and have an argument with me. I avoided going to so many places because of that reason. And it's one of the reasons why I would drink when I was in a social situation, to relax and try to be more social people, because I would be too scared otherwise. And it's so funny because people said they never thought I would be like that. So you never know what's going on in people's minds. So that's why kindness is a big thing nowadays. If you see somebody that they seem like, oh, she seems like a bitch, she seems rude. A lot of the time is people are so scared. You're so scared of being attacked when you have anxiety. Anyway, I could go, as you can see, I am really, really passionate about this subject, and I could go on and on about it. But I will save for the event. And yeah, the tools are just amazing. And just sharing with people about experiences and what is life trying to nudge you about, what are the nudges your body, your mind, and your soul are giving you through your anxiety, your depression, your illnesses, that they're trying to show you a different path. So that's what happened to me. I've changed my life. I've turned around, completely changed my life, completely different person nowadays. And I'm so grateful for it's actually my anxiety that brought to where I am today, because I wanted to find out what can I do to better this, and now to share with others, not only anxiety, but depression. There are other things, many things that I work with, chronic pain, but the thing for the day will be anxiety, because like you said, it's such a big one nowadays. It's incredible, like how much it affects people and how many people it affects.
Exactly. And there's still so many people actually experiencing it without knowing what it is. I think you've just asked some powerful, powerful questions that we all could be answering ourselves. whether we even have that noted for ourselves to say, okay, you know, when we feel so anxious, we can feel so overwhelmed, we can be almost all up in our head and very overreactive and not even knowing what we're doing. You know, we can have a simple shortness of breath, we can feel the energy moving through our body, or it can feel stuck. You know, there's so many different things that we can be feeling. The paranoia, I know you've said before, you've felt that, and I know exactly what you mean as well. For me, I always felt nervous. I never used the word anxious until recent years, but I was nervous exactly like you my whole life. I don't even know how I did anything. People wouldn't have known any better. You know, from the outside, you don't know. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and we don't know what's going on behind closed doors of people's minds. And that's a really great point, that we can be more compassionate of others, because we're all in our own head. We're all in our own judgment. We're all in our own negative self-talk. When people feel like someone's being rude or a bitch, or they're not talking to you, or they're whatever you think they're coming across, that's a very, very clear indication that they are going through their own judgment. They're going through their own anxiety. They're just trying to be in that moment with someone. They're just actually trying to be okay without a breakdown or being emotional or hysterical. There's just so much that we're trying to contain ourselves around people, around different situations, that we just never really know what's going on inside. And I think you've made some huge points that's going to really relate to a lot of the ladies, at least just to have relief. You know, we're all going through stuff. We might look like we're having a great time on the outside, but there's still so much stuff going on the inside that we're just processing. You know, we're going through really quite a lot of transformation these days. So I'm glad you're going to talk about anxiety. I think that's really important around our health and well-being. It's going to address every single person that's attending on the day, and also our WEFest community that might not make it on the day but are here online. So are our community able to contact you if you've really, you know, sparked a chord for some ladies listening and knowing that they might need to know more about you, or they have a few questions, or wanting to see you and actually utilize your services as well? Are they able to contact you prior and during the event?
Yeah, definitely, Tammy. So on the comments of this video, we'll have some links. So a link to my Facebook page, like and follow my page. I don't do posts all the time, but I post tips and share a lot about my personal life, about things that have helped me, what I've done that helps me. And on my website as well. And there's a little bit more about what I do. I talk a little bit more about where I'm from. I'm originally from Brazil, and I've been in Australia for 13 years. I just thought I would throw that in there. And so, yeah, so either my website or my Facebook page, or feel free to send me a message. You can do that via the website or the Facebook page. I offer online sessions at the moment. And you just need to contact me to book a session in, or holistic or spiritual counseling. And I do energy healing as well. And I send that via distance. And very soon I'll be seeing clients face to face as well on the Gold Coast. And all of the details of that will be on my page on Facebook.
Beautiful. Excellent. So if you feel that you've really resonated with Rubia, come along on the day on the 16th of June. You'll obviously then get to meet her in person, experience the tools and techniques that she'll be offering you and going through with you on the day. So it can really just help you bring your body into a balanced state, feel calmer, feel more relaxed, understand what anxiety actually is for you, how it's coming through in your body, what's its actual signals that's guiding you in a way that we might not be able to see. So you'll get so much awareness, so much benefit, and so much health relief as well with that workshop, thanks to Rubia. So thank you so much for having a chat with me today. We look forward to seeing everyone at the event on the 16th of June.
Yeah, thank you, Tammy. And as you said, really looking forward to the event and to connecting with everybody there.
Sounds amazing. We'll see you all soon.
See you soon. Bye.